Welcome to the Victorian Mixed Ultimate Championships. Live on Ulti TV, coming to you free thanks to the support of Ultimate Victoria and Latrobe City Council. We're at Traralgon West Sporting Complex, about 2 hours east of Melbourne, and we're about to get underway with round 3 action. Simon Talbot here, and I'm joined today for this game by James Walker. How are you going?
Not too bad, thank you, Simon. A beautiful day for Ultimate, really.
Yep.
A bit of clouds around, a bit windy, but better than some of the VMUCs I've played in the past for sure.
So James is here playing with Ballarat this weekend. We saw them earlier in action, and I'm not surprised that you say as Ballarat that this weather's okay. I think I've had some other people that grizzle about it, but you're fine with it?
Absolutely. I woke up this morning, realised I'd only packed pants, and I thought, that might have been a bit of a mistake, but we will see how we go for the rest of the day.
So we're getting this game underway between Adobo in the dark jerseys and Ready Player 7 in the white jerseys. Getting this one underway a bit late because Adobo were in a very tight tussle in their previous game that went well past time cap against Macondo. And so far in this pool, the two games played so far have both gone to Universe, with Macondo beating both these teams 9-8.
Wow.
So it's a very closely matched pool. This game will decide who goes through to crossovers later today and who goes down to the bottom bracket. So both teams will be pretty desperate for this win. As we get underway, 4 women to start the first point. Wind is it's been going up and down all day. It's pretty blustery at the moment, going from right to left. So teams throwing to the right are throwing into a pretty stiff wind. So Ready Player 7, they're going to take it from the sideline. As Julian Reynolds will be the one to start with it. Pinned to the sideline. They've got an interesting setup here, James.
Yeah, they certainly do. Spread nice and wide. It can be very easy to get stuck on that sideline as there's a turn there.
Early turn for that first pass. A bit too casual there, Leggett. Nice down the liner. Adobo really like their sort of quicker disc movement. Especially through Javier in the green hat. Expect him to get pretty busy behind the disc at all times. And we have Ara Ong now. Halfway for goal now. Javier's just telling his team, settle down, I know what I'm doing, just give us time. To get up the line to Javier. In short to Charlotte Bresch, thought she was in bounds, not quite. And we have another turnover. I think someone got their foot to that one, did they, James?
I believe so. Alberto just letting up a lot of unders there.
And Reynolds just searches out Mark Junker, who takes it up over Javier. He's got Chatterton low and wide. He's got Thornton coming in, but he's now got 6 defenders to contend with. So not to be daunted, heads across the field looking for sights. And Thornton there, she's called a stoppage on that one. She thought dangerous play call. Can you explain what that one means, James?
Yeah, dangerous play is when someone, I guess, my understanding of it at least, is pulling out of a play to avoid contact, essentially. Keeping care for both players on the field.
So I think Amy anticipated that maybe that player was going to collide with her if she committed to catching that disc, so that's why she pulled up. They're just going to chat it out, though. So we don't necessarily want the foul to actually happen for the...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So it was a fairly floaty throw. I think a few players definitely had a go at it. It was just out of the reach of sights, and Thornton had one dip at it. So I think, contested seems to be the right outcome. We can't quite agree on what would have happened or what might have happened. So sending it back to Mark Junker to replay that one. Bold throw by Junker though, James.
It was a bit of a swing pass there, and with this wind, it's just really blustery at the moment, and you don't really know where it's going to go sometimes. In the game that we played earlier today, it was just hard to sort of predict where it was going to come down sometimes.
Reynolds, he's got a zone set up around him, so he's got a fair bit happening ahead of him. He puts it high and floaty. That's pretty risky, and that's no call there. Just came out of hands and hit the deck. Adobo with ball 64 metres to go forward. So ready player 7 are forcing them backhand, so forcing them to throw to the top side of the screen, making those break throws more difficult. But they'll have to keep cycling through these undercuts. Not getting a lot of distance at the moment, but wobbly throw there, out of the hands of Leggett, puts ready player 7 right on the doorstep, sights, puts it across. And Sandra Murphy getting her name on the scorer's book.
Yes, that's always the risk when you play around with the disc around your end zone and try and move it around, especially swinging to this low side to the field. If you turn it over at your end zone, it's a pretty easy goal for the other team, isn't it?
Sometimes on a day like today, you just have to think about territory at times. You're tempted to sort of go, nah, let's play our discipline structured offense. You do that at training a lot, but sometimes on the day you just need to go, look, we just need to get it out of here.
That's right. I really like the way that ready player 7 forced backhand there, try and just make them play through the cram hole, so to speak. And we found that in our game as well, that we just kept getting stuck on that sideline and breaking that mark was really difficult. So they were letting up a lot of unders there, I think, earlier in that point in that first possession for Abodo. And I think that they did really well to abuse those undercuts. But obviously just didn't get the job done.
So ready player 7, a newish club team, I think in their second or third season out of Melbourne. Mostly players out of Albert Park League who have been playing there for some time and have been assembled into a crew that decided they're not content just turning up to tournaments anymore. We're actually going to do a couple of training sessions and get to know each other, and doing well at keeping people into the sport who otherwise would have given it away by the time they're sort of not at the top flight anymore. So and they've also got a couple of younger heads on there as well, as we see Angus Fletcher with that pull there. Good territory there, James.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a really tough throw to get it off that corner to start off with.
Yeah. So they're setting up a zone, getting 3 players around the disc. So this first throw out of here is going to be a challenge.
This is what we're talking about. Don't turn it on your end zone line. If you need to throw it deep, just do it. Get it out of there.
They're doing well to swing it around to this high side. That throws a little bit wide. There's going to be numbers underneath it. Carroll getting up, making sure of it. He's pointing. He knows where he wants to go. He's got Farnkoff behind for the easy reset, so he takes time looking at a few more upfield options. Ready player 7 are really close in this zone. They know that Adobo are going to try and swing it. They're not really going to go over the top, but Carroll's put it just over the top as you. Couple of nice little give-go movements there. Quintero. Malak. Quintero again. Looking back to the middle. Farnkoff. Really just content to work their shorter passes. They look like they're getting a big swing off, but they really want to get those break throws out. And Hector Malak keeps on the toes. You breathe in through your teeth there, James. That was a bit of a
That's right. That was just great movement there. Obviously, Carroll there bringing his experience from America in those semi-pro leagues. That was a really ballsy throw on this sideline here, around the wing, and just broke through the whole field. After then, they just really struggled, ready player 7, to get players in front of the disc, and they just kept moving it. There was no real pressure on those small gimmies there.
Nothing. Ready player 7, they were really sort of tempting, like baiting them to throw to that high side. So, like, we're just going to let you do that pass. That's right. But Adobo are like, in this win, we're not sure we want that one.
That's right. You don't want to get trapped up there as well. We've talked about it all this game.
Yeah. So 1-1 on the scoreboard. A couple of long points too. We're already 11 minutes deep in game time. So you can hear the wind howling through our mics there.
Really impressive Adobo's patience and poise so far, coming off that Universe Point game and rushing over to the field. So it can be easy just to get caught up. Maybe your bags aren't set up where you want them to be. But they've done really well just to, I think, slow the tempo down even, and using the wind, the slow stoppage, the slow pace of this game to their advantage.
So, Javier with the pull. Again, keeping it low, just looking to keep it inbounds. They'll probably want to set up their zone again. So, yeah, we'll have 4 around the disc this time. 3 deep. Reynolds. Junker. Lee. Junker pointing. He's got a very good hammer throw, Mark Junker, so he's telling his teammates where to be. He's got Akeem, who just got psyched out by the defense there.
That's right. Sometimes the best defense is no defense.
And look, that's overthrown. Javier there. He wanted to play a bit of small ball, but so Junker will get it back. Bit of a let out there for Ready Player 7. They could have been in trouble there. They're sticking with their zone, close to the end zone. Reynolds. Junker wants to move it across, and Chatterton there waiting. So using fakes to communicate where she wants to throw is going. And same Junker does the same with his back end, but darts it through the middle. I think kind of long there.
Sniper through the middle. Love to see it. Adobo with a pretty flat zone, allowing that lateral movement to happen easily. And that's just opening up the field there for Ready Player 7. Yeah. A lot of gaps in the middle.
So, Ready Player 7, they've got a lot of players who've been around the Melbourne scene for a long time, so will have spent 10, 15, 20 years playing in these exact conditions. They're just going to be completely unperturbed by these conditions, whereas Adobo, we've seen some of their throws have just been a little shaky. Maybe the wind's picked up again, maybe they haven't quite made that adjustment yet. That said, we have seen all downwind scores.
That's right, yeah. And it's, I guess, at this sort of level, that upwind, downwind breaks become so important, don't they? It's maybe not as much important as O&D breaks, but yeah.
So any goals to the right of screen, they're going to be the valuable carrots in this game.
As a coach, when would you start stacking a upwind line?
Terrific question. I'd usually go not necessarily on game score, but like time of the game. So 45, 50 minutes in, if we haven't just like naturally, organically earned that upwinder,
for sure,
that's when it's all right. It's time to get one on the board.
Yeah.
Even if you're close to half as well, I like doing it at like 7-6.
Yeah.
Because you can go up and take half, come back out, bang, 3-goal lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. No, I like that.
Size with a pull, good distance on it. We'll get it just shy of the brick mark, leaving Adobo just over half of the field to work their way down. Farnkoff. Valk. Nice little give goes. They're happy to move quick sideways, but Ready Player 7 want to pin them to that sideline, but they've bounced it off pretty effectively. Just running with their handler rotations at the moment. Zhang getting involved. Just creeping 1-2 metres of field territory every pass here, every swing. Well past the brick mark now. There we go. There's that break through the middle. And the throw's just gone past the receiver. I think they just got excited. We're through. Oh, goal time.
That's right. Very quick movement there for Adobo. They've barely held on to the disc there for more than 3 seconds. And the defense is just constantly moving. Probably unlucky not to score that there.
Those of you who were watching the last game with us, we were observing, James, that attempted scores to the corners of the end zone were resulting in turnovers more often than not. We were saying teams should just try and score in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah.
As we see Adobo get a second go right on the doorstep after a miscued swing pass. Farnkoff. No cutters coming towards her. Looks for her other handler to Hector McGluck to bring it back to 2-all. So it took them a couple of goes there, but they finally got that downwinder. You don't want to let a team like Ready Player 7 work it too far into the upwind and get too comfortable.
That's right. As I said before, I was really impressed with the speed of their movement, I guess. As I said, when they're doing that, the defense just doesn't have time to set up and find the space that they're looking after in that zone. They're constantly moving, reassessing, and
just scrambling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we haven't seen any other team really move it, not for a couple of points anyway, move it effectively more than the first 3 or 4 passes upwind.
Yeah.
So they're going to struggle with this, but typically, as we said before, sometimes the territory games can be the way to go.
That's right. Coming from Ballarat, I'm no stranger to huck and zone. Which, yeah, if you're, as a coach, looking at it and you're noticing that there's only 3 or 4 connections before there's a turnover upwind, don't waste your 3 or 4 possessions downfield. Get it down there, and if you turn it over, you turn it over. That's the game, and try and get a D upfield.
Let's give yourself a bit more field to defend rather than just the end zone.
That's right.
You'd rather be playing defense from 40 metres back than 2.
For sure, yeah.
So Adobo, they'll be running with the zone again. You can see them adjusting on the line to where they're going to run down. Good pull there. Good hang time. They'll get their zone set, but with defending about half the field. Forster. So we've got an arrowhead zone. We'll talk about that in a minute, James. Chatterton. Fletcher. Quick movement here from ready player 7. They're already at the doorstep. Good lateral movement. Chatterton. It's going high. She's got time to run it down. Secures the catch. No one coming to this near side for Fletcher. Forster. Chatterton not happy with that throw, but it got there. Oh, and it's another case of spending before you catch it. That was a fortunate turnover there, just as they were looking really good to score in that front corner. That was Brian Porritt. So Javier picks up. No one's cutting for him. He's urging his cutters to move somewhere. Leggett trying to pick that one up off her toes, but bit of an awkward angle, bit of an awkward position. Forster looking to move quickly. He's called violation, so Forster, a bit of a veteran move there. He's picked up and played quickly and had them in a double team position. So double team is when you can only have 1 defender on the disc, others have to be 3 metres back. And then usually you can play through it and you've got to adjust the stall count, and they would have just not done that because of how quickly, but we're underway again. Chatterton's gone the swing past the winds, popped it up over forward. He hasn't had a good
This is the moment.
So far. They're very spread out here. Yuki Pang putting it to Joel Wong. Wong's got a couple streaking deep, and he's trying to put that up the line. Too much angle on it. It's just dropped down. Forster across to Fletcher. Fletcher to Porritt, that time securing the catch. Chatterton, she's going to have to contend with the line. She knew running that one down, it was either getting the catch or keeping in bounds.
That's right.
Had a good go at it though, so Adobo have time to settle here and set up their offense properly. You can see the stack correcting where they are. And so it's going to be about 40 metres upwind to goal. Now we're coming towards Javier, which he's not overly enthused about. Pang. Leggett. Good gainer there. Now they're on the move, as we said before, this quick movement. But going for one too many. Porritt knocked that one down, and he's streaking deep. Fletcher's picked it up. He just wants to send it. Puts a nice curvy one in. Porritt, he's right underneath it. He's kept that in. And goal has been scored.
Yeah. Nice shot. Had a lot of angle on that disc, but the wind just sort of kept it in play there.
So Angus Fletcher, he's played up in Wollongong, where we know can be quite windy up there at times. I think it's still well known for a notorious tournament up there about 8 years ago where we peaked at 80 km/h winds. And so now everyone just thinks Wollongong, always windy.
Yes, no, I played that tournament as a
That's right, yeah.
young kid from Ballarat, and we thought, this is our conditions, but it wasn't anyone's conditions. It was the team going downfield's conditions. We had points there where you'd win the toss, but purposely wouldn't get to half.
Yeah.
Because if you got to half, obviously you are going upwind. So it was really just playing the game at points there in that tournament. And
mate, you played that as a young player. I played that as an old player and it sucked. We did have a record throw. I threw a 160-metre dump pass.
Wow.
Not intentionally, mind you.
No.
We had to get a Google Maps and measure it later.
I remember we had Jonathan Potts. Almost took my head off. I was in the wall trying to stop the throwers, but...
Because Joe's got to cover some other breaks, okay? Yeah, he's only played. Good territory on this pull. Put him well past back to brick mark. Malak and Zhang and Farkoff moving it pretty quickly. Carroll, 2, 3 grabs at it. Going to have to pay a lot of attention to Keegan Carroll here. He's going to get real busy. And another probably rush throw there by Luke Quintero. He's really trying to sort of still find that angle that works for him on those downwinders. Jose Milan, Mark Junker. They're more than halfway up the field. High release floaty forehand into the wind, if you don't mind. So a lot of colours streaking away from him because they know that he's got that in him. Ralph Buellens reels it in. On the sideline, about 10 from goal, back to Junker. Sights. Got both sides of the end zone to shoot at. Very adept thrower in all conditions. Nice little short one to Junker. On the doorstep now. Cuts coming everywhere. Frantic defense from Adobo. Junker takes his time, slices everything up. Jose Milan finds some space. And ready player 7, strike a blow with the first upwind goal of the game.
That's right. It's big in the context of the game. And what better person would you want behind the disc than Mark Junker there? Fantastic cutter in the dump space and just level-headed lefty thrower, which I think is underrated in the wind sometimes. Just having that extra grip on that backhand when they're forcing you conventional flick or home in this situation. Such a big advantage, I think, for left-handers that sometimes goes unnoticed.
You could just see him. He's practiced those up throws so much. You never see him once hesitate or worry about a throw. He's just playing offense at a different level to everyone here in this game. He's just going, cut what you want, I'll get it to you.
That's right. It's just confidence, isn't it?
Yeah. But the confidence comes from practice.
Absolutely. Yeah. And experience as well.
Like that high release floaty flick. As soon as I saw him winding up for that, I thought, oh, no. But
that's right.
Just perfect enough weight on it that just,
high risk and high reward there as well. They gained a fair few metres on that and opened themselves up, which they ended up throwing it on the low side. But because of that, because they were on the high side, they could make their way down to the low side. Gave themselves options. Just don't want to be stuck on this low side.
And I really liked so Gretchen Seitz's little flick.
Yeah.
That's a very, very hard throw to do upwind. A little 3-metre leading pass with a forehand flick. So
hard to get the spin on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
On that little throw. It's almost a lefty backhand, but I've played for almost a decade and have never mastered that skill before.
Reynolds sends the pull. So ready player 7 want to get this downwind point to consolidate that lead. Of course, any margin lead is important at this tournament because at soft time cap, it's only ab 1 if the margin's 2 goals or less. So a 2-goal lead is where you want to be. Carroll and Farkoff and Malak playing behind the disc here. And ready player 7 have got that. Trying to pin them to the sideline. He's looked for Tsang, but Reynolds saw that right out of the hand. Nice little clap catch intercept. You know you've played good defense when you are positioned for that. Lee floats it out to Chatterton. Lee's gone deep. Fletcher's put it out to him. He's got 3 to beat. He's read that well. He's realised these kids are quick.
Almost a bit of a miscommunication there in the end zone. You just want to get that D down, and they were fighting with each other, and it popped up a little bit there.
Well, Lee sort of hung out the back just in case. What a throw by Farnkoff. FJ Chang telling us he's in. I don't know why he's telling us, buddy. Tell the other team. Oh, no! Couldn't do it twice. Head in the game, buddy. Don't worry about us. Chatterton. 40 from goal, Lee. He's got Fletcher deep. He's got his eyes on him, and Fletcher's come under. Kareem's found some space. They're paying a lot of attention on just the double time cut. So another turn, McGluck. Out wide to Quintero. Winds up the forehand, but he's had a couple of turns, so he's not as confident with that shot. Back to Zhang, back to Malak, across to Farnkoff. Farnkoff's not afraid to throw it upwind though. Carroll on his own. They've switched to match, which is usually a sign that your zone defense has fallen apart. Plenty of numbers on the high side here. They've just got to be patient. Zhang tries to jump it in. Nope, says Kareem. You had that before you jumped. Taps it in to start play right on the goal line. Quintero and Carroll there, unguarded, had just drifted over. And Adobo get the upwinder back to keep this game on serve.
That's right, return fire. Trusted their O-line to go out there again. The same line as before, and they got the job done there. Interesting to see that they didn't put a zone on when Ready Player 7 were going downwind. They just played match, and they ended up getting the D there. Unconventionally, mind you. It was more of a turnover there, but we saw when Ready Player 7 just then converted to match, there was so much space on that other side of the field, and it just took one break, and there was just so much space on that high side of the field.
Yeah. So it is fairly conventional play to abandon your zone and go back to match defense when a team's close to the end zone, but it's very easy to lose players when that happens as well, because you're really scrambling. We've got to guard the end zone and also track 7 players. So
that's right, and gender matching as well as a consideration there. I think they were pretty close to that end zone there. I think you've just got to pick up a player. It doesn't matter what match.
Guard anyone for the time being and worry about your matchups another day. So Ready Player 7 looking to go upwind. They've got Foster playing upwind. Pardos and Farah deciding who's going to get it first. So the zone from Adobo, they've got the 3 women playing up front, the 4 men, and 3 of the men playing out the back. So they're trying to force Ready Player 7 to throw lots of passes here rather than without going in forward motion. So just play the balance of probabilities, really. Pardos represented Australia at the Grandmasters division at the World Masters Championships last year. And Leggett getting just a fingertip on that one, knocking it out of the reach of sights. Adobo just taking their time to set the stack up there. Very spread out here, probably by design. Javier urging cutters to come towards him again. Another throw going at the ankles of Leggett. Very hard to pick those ones up, James.
That's right. We're talking about those 3-metre little flicks there. They're just hard to get spin on, and that wind can just push it down.
Pardos goes through the back, but fumbled by Foster. Javier unmarked at the moment. Able to throw what he wants. Chua. Across to Ong. Doesn't rush herself at all. Leggett winds the big backhand up, but Wong came under when she thought he was going deep. But Ready Player 7 get another shot, but they've got 64 metres to progress, playing against the zone. So the Adobo zone's content for them to go sideways, but then they're really trying to lock down on those forward passes. Zackenheimer Shaw, she's rushed herself. Gave Foster a bit of work to do. Foster urging him to slow down once they've got that breakthrough pass. Javier. Ong. Taking her time. She's looked for the hammer shot, going for Joel Wong, but she had that lined up about 2 minutes ago, James.
The hammer in the holster.
Said, I've been practicing this. Someone cut for it.
I'm a big fan of a hammer into the end zone. I think it's
terrific.
Actually underutilized in a lot of cases, especially when it's not windy.
Yeah. Long shot going up. That will curve back infield. A long, long way. Foster reels it in. He's got Gackenheimer Shaw. He's got Zhu in support. Gackenheimer Shaw. Urging her to take her time. She's put the nice little loopy throw up, looking for Foster. He's waited for it to come. Good patient play by Foster there. He's gone the little throw in, and Pardos, casual as you like, give me the goal. Another upwinder. So 3 upwind scores in a row now.
Interesting to see that after not seeing any for
it
was the first 7 of the game. But Adobo, I think they missed out on a good chance there. They had 2 opportunities to score downfield.
Yep.
I quite like the look of their zone. As you said, they're allowing that lateral movement to happen, but that short deep was really close to the wall and making it really difficult for the poppers to get any chance of catching the disc.
Yeah. Would you possibly play your poppers closer to the disc then, rather than, or just trust your throwers to make that distance?
I think probably playing closer. You've got to really cycle through a bit more and communicate with your other popper there.
Because your poppers have got to cover a lot of territory and do pretty much a bunch of shuttle runs. And if you're relying on the one or two players to do that the whole time, they're just going to get cooked and stop cutting and dry yourself up. You want to try and cycle out with your less active cutters as well.
That's right. I think that's advantageous to have, have your handles come in and do that as well.
Yep.
And almost having a 5-person handler structure with 2 people floating in as well gives those poppers a bit of a break when they're doing those shuttle runs, which can be exhausting. Just come back, go to dump, have a rest.
Yep. It's good to see. Requires players and teams to be pretty adaptable and have played together for a long time to do it effectively, so you don't end up with either 2 players trying to do the same thing or no players where you're expecting players to be.
That's right.
Carroll. Zhang. Quintero. They're ready player 7, letting them just throw to the high side because now they'll try and pin him down. Oh, they're forcing return. Okay, interesting. So trying to just, again, I think, play the probabilities, make them throw lots of passes without gaining ground and wait for them to sort of get frustrated or try a risky throw. Quintero's pinned to the high side now, looking backwards. He's urging his players. He's had a couple of turns and it's cost him a little bit of confidence. He's urging players to come closer to him. Carroll with a big hammer shot, but Junker's right underneath that one. The wind caught that one up and slowed it down. Milan, unmarked, takes his time for the catch. Back to Junker. He's got a full range, no real guard to look at. He's got no stall count, so he just tells his team, look, get into a vertical. Finds Hildebrand on the high side. Hildebrand puts it just out of the reach of, I think that's Thornton at the back there. Had found plenty of space. Farnkoff. Big loopy throw over the top to Stephen Gurian. What a shot. Quintero. Farnkoff getting busy now. Wants to gain some meters into the wind. Catch ready player 7 off guard. Carroll. Tsang to the high side. Quintero putting it through the middle, and the wind's just died down again. It's just probably too much angle on that one, James.
Yeah, that's right.
So Junker. He's looking deep. No one's heading for him, so he'll just move the chains a bit. Yep, there he goes, pointing at the end zone. So off he goes. He's put the shot up. And he's weighted that beautifully. But Farnkoff just had that red all the way in and just got a handy just to the right second. Didn't try and smack it away and risk popping it up. Just put it to ground, and Stephen Corinne turned away at the wrong second. Nearly recovered. Junker fakes the hammer, goes backhand, and I think Quintero got a fingertip on the way through. Bit of frantic action there.
That's right. It's certainly back and forth at the moment. I really like when Adobo get it on the low side of the field. They just got trapped there in that first possession of the game, and that led to the hammer. There you go. Nice deep shot there.
Quintero gets up high. Doesn't get it on the second go. So Junker will have it. He's got very, very spread out offense at the moment. Has to come to an under. Jose Milan obliges. He's got Cutters hanging away from him. Not much heading towards him. Back to Junker. Junker's found space. Oh, Chatterton's found space, but there was a pick called, but looks like the outcome of the throw will stand, given it was a turnover. So
we're deep in the point here, Simon.
Yep.
It's going to get harder and harder to get upfield.
Yep.
For Adobo here.
With teams in their second game of the morning, the wind can really dehydrate you as well. You can get in a pretty foul mood during these long points sometimes. Get a little bit impatient, little cranky. Tsang with a big swing and pass to Garnier, who has to get low for it, but they're deep in their own end zone. Jocelyn there up, back to Quintero. So the ready player 7 zone's got them pinned at the sideline. They're trying to take away the swing pass now, forcing him to go through the cup. Quintero urging players to come towards him. Goes for a long, low shot to Farnkoff, who can't pick it up. Junker unguarded. Terrible idea. Adobo really just dropping back guarding the end zone and just sort of waiting for ready player 7 to bring the disc to them. Chatterton, nice give-go movement's got Milan covered. Got Hung covered. Junker's almost covered here as well, but nice little jab step there. Junker wants to hit the low side. And there you go, finds the shot. Again, just that veteran composure, just to not be worried at any point from Mark Junker.
I think for any youngsters out there wanting to learn how to cut in the dump space, Mark Junker is the man you want to replicate. He's just so creative in that end zone, and he's been doing it for years.
It's this makes sense in my head, might not make sense verbally. He doesn't necessarily move rapidly, just moves with purpose. Yes. Every move is just very deliberate, and it's a sort of almost a signal to the thrower, hey, I'm about to go this way as well, but just because he's trained that so well, he could just move in such a clean fashion. For
sure. I think he really sells every movement as well, and the movements are quite quick, and as a defender, you react really, really aggressively. Especially if he was moving slower, you'd sort of maybe let that throw happen. But because he moves so quick, you think if he gets it here, he's got to catch it and move it really quickly. And he'll really catch you out on that as well. He'll jink one way, you'll bite on it, and he's just experienced enough to know when you're going to jink as well. Yeah.
One of my favourite players to watch. He's always been so great. Obviously, spent a number of years with Chile Ultimate in the open side in their heyday, winning national championships, but doesn't play as often anymore, but still likes to run around, but still shows us he's still got it when he wants to. So ready. That pull lands out of bounds. And taking it from the brick, pretty good field position to have it centre field. Heading downwind because they've got both sides to shoot at. So ready player 7 still running their zone. They're deep sitting very deep off to the left of screen. So they kept 3 around the disc. Again, they'll try and pin Adobo to one sideline. That's been very effective for them to date. They sort of let it go flat, and then once they get to a sideline, they sort of swing around a little bit. So again, just forcing them to throw lots of lateral passes, going on the balance of probabilities, just hoping for a turn at some point. Malak, Farnkoff, Quintero. And having actually Farnkoff back there just to control the tempo is really working well for them as well. They've got some good gainers now. Tsang. Farnkoff wants something on this low side. Cuts don't happen early enough for her liking, so she recycles. Quintero about 15 from goal now. They're gaining good ground on every cycle of their swings, and there we go. Tsang has found Chang. Tries to jump in but doesn't. Throws the pushy out. Well, much better work to get zone that time.
Yeah, for sure. I think with that zone, for no threat of getting a D, so you're really, I guess, waiting for Adobo to turn it themselves. But they're so composed at the moment and finding those options quite easily that,
yeah,
I don't know.
Everyone felt a lot more comfortable on offense there that time, that there wasn't any sort of hesitation on the throws or go cut somewhere else, signalling things like that. They're just like, let's just take what we're given and go for it.
Sorry, and you're, when you were talking about tempo there before, I thought like they were really pacey at the start of the point, and then they slowed it down. They knew that there wasn't as many options there. They slowed it down, hit a reset, and then they went again. So with the changing tempo, it was really good by Adobo there.
And of course, all this weekend, Ulti-Score working with Ultimate Victoria to bring us live score updates from every field, every game. So if you search Ultimate Victoria Ulti-Score, you can check out live score updates. We'll do a quick round of the grounds now while teams are having a timeout. So Adley's Eshays have taken care of Pink Muffy Unicorns 15-3. Blob have taken care of Melbourne Uni Muhaha 15-1. Half Moon, their first game of the tournament. They're favourites for this weekend, having been current national championships. They've knocked over their first opponents 15-1. Kelvin's Angels are up 10-7 over Albury Wodonga. Oblivion up over Ravens 9-5. Monash Uni Nats, upset alert here. They're up 7-5 over Mr. Worldwide. So that's a almost bottom seeding versus almost top seeding. And then obviously here we have Ready Player 7 up over Adobo 6-4. Winner of this game will make it through to the crossover round and have a shot at a quarterfinal berth for tomorrow morning, whereas the loser will dip down into the 15 to 22 bracket. They'll play their quarterfinals this afternoon with the remainder of the bracket tomorrow. And of course, we've got 3 more games coming to you today. 1 more pool play game, and then we'll be into the crossover rounds where we're expecting some terrific competitive games here. So 22 teams here this weekend, and everyone's got their eyes on Half Moon as the favourites, but these windy conditions can be a great leveler sometimes. They can sort of make any scalp takeable, but as we're seeing with the results so far, they're not just all going to seed, they're all a bit over the place, so it's going to be a bit hectic by the time we get to bracket play.
Yes, tournaments like this where the seeding can sometimes not be maybe as accurate, and it's hard to do.
Yeah.
You've got to win the games, right? It's if we're looking at, like I look at open season as Mudlarks, they know how to win tournaments, and I think that's a real skill that you have to have. You can win games, but if you don't win the right games,
yeah, you don't. As a coach, I never really pay attention to seeding, who's in the pool, whatever. It's just there's the games, win the games.
That's right.
Yep. Wasted energy for mine.
Yes, yeah. I think a master of that was Tim Hill. He was just unbelievable at managing when to push, when to conserve energy.
So, fairly long time out there. It wasn't quite half, but look, if both teams are happy for the extended break, then that's what happens. Javier with the pull. Again, pulling into the wind. Bit tricky today, but he's managed to get them half the field. Again, running with this arrowhead zone, forcing Ready Player 7 to move laterally. Sights, Foster, Junker. Puts the hammer shot up, looking for Athera Keem, and this time watches it all the way in, gets his body behind it. And Doherty's teammates love it. Good little redemption play there.
That's right. The zone, unfortunately, can't stop hammers sometimes. Yep. Downwind, great weight on it, and well read as well. Obviously, that hammer's coming in on a different angle, being a lefty throwing it.
Coming in pretty hot as well.
That's right.
It's got the wind pushing it down, but I like how he still just went for the clap catch. He didn't just try and reach down, pick it up off his toes. He thought, no, I've got to get down and get 2 hands behind this.
Get a lot
really
of contact behind it.
Yeah. Athira Keem, another member of the Australian Grandmasters team that went to the World Masters Championships last year. So a few of those older heads on this team just being the sort of ship steadiers for the comparatively younger crew to do the reps for them.
What's your theory on upwind pulls here, Simon? Are you going for distance or float?
Just field position. So if you've got it in you, I like to try and have them land inbounds and then roll out.
Yeah. Because
then you've got you've got the position, you've got to pin to a sideline, and B, you've got the time to get down there and set up your defense. Because floaty ones can go sort of anywhere. You can try and float them and go, yep, let's go for the field position, but it can get pushed back towards you. So it just depends on what your pullers are capable of, really.
Yeah, and I guess playing in that zone, as you said, if you get it out, you can trap them on that sideline as well. That's a big skill to have.
Yeah, the trickiest to getting it to land in and roll out. Because if you land out, obviously you give up the brick mark. But if you land in and it still stays in, then yeah, it's an advantage to the offense who get to start play quickly. Koff, Malark working together, Tsang on that high side. Small ball can be tricky in these kind of conditions. Just takes 1/2 a second of attention not being paid for a throw to go astray. Junker playing in very close to forward there. He's had to just get rid of that on a high stall count. Didn't have many options. And the Adobo get the lead out, and Fletcher's got a cross, and foul is being called. No contest. So they're saying no contest, but I think Fletcher's saying, look, I'll let you go with this one, but like my leg was there already. You've thrown into me.
I think it's turning into a contested maybe.
Yeah,
now.
I think maybe he's changed his mind. So
that's right. Communication with each other, the level of contact you want to have is important.
Yep. Setting those boundaries and those expectations. So I think what they're discussing here is Fletcher did have his hand up. I think they're saying strip, but I think Fletcher's saying, look, you just threw it into my leg. So they'll stick with uncontested. They're just sort of just being clear on what they think happened.
Yeah. It's always a tough one in those situations. It's a very quick movement from both players.
Barkoff went with the rangy backhand, but Forrett read that straight out of the hand, knocked it out of play. So Junker to restart just in front of Commentary Central. Sends the backhand down the line, looking for Fletcher. He's on the doorstep. Got Leong with him. He's got everyone cutting towards that front corner. Not what you want. He puts it out and wide to Jess Chatterton, who was smart enough to stay wide, provide that option. And ready player 7 go upwind again and take a 4-goal lead into half. Look at that shot. Kept it low, flat, right into the lap of Fletcher.
I think we're starting to see the experience of ready player 7 with those throws upwind, flat, safe. Getting the job done, really. 4 points up at half. That's where you want to be.
As the teams take a break for half, we're going to take a break as well. We'll be back with the second half in a few minutes. Half action about to get underway. Third round of pool play here at the Victorian Mixed Ultimate Championship 2025. To you live and free on Aussie TV. From Traralgon West Sporting Complex, about 2 hours east of Melbourne. Coverage to you this weekend thanks to Ultimate Victoria and the Trove City Council. Adobo heading to the left of screen. Chen, Valk off. Jeroen. Right there. Zone's doing well at keeping restricting their forward movement. That's the ones that have been Tsang. This time, brilliant run through knee by Mickael. He just sort of knew that one going back. Took a gamble and went for it. And he just gets off from that one. Heads up defensive plays there, one each way. Backhand double shots and there. Bucked up there in the last minute for her. Teammates. Whole high side of the field to do that. Jeroen finding space. Carroll tries to guard it at the end zone. Garnier. This time finds her teammate on the high side. And Adobo put that one in. To keep the game alive. So, rules of this tournament, when the games reach 80 minutes, we have soft cap. And typically, soft cap means you add one to the highest score and play for that. But in this tournament, that only happens if the margin is within 2 goals or less. So, for example, 11-9. 11-8 is game over. So, the story for Adobo here becomes having to get at least one upwind goal break to keep the game alive. They want the margin to be 2 goals, not 3. Getting just downwind, just so that right to left, which is downwind. Be enough for it. They need to go upwind because 3 players 7 bet come downwind, and the odds are in their favour to get this goal, which would keep the margin at 4. So see the game clock ticking up towards 60 minutes, so 20 minutes to go. We have seen some very long points this game so far. So we expect ready player 7 to just want to put these down. I'm like on my shoulder, like my shoulder. Yeah. Steven, just one behind you. Well, one. Yeah, right, just right. Left. Take his time. Left, in front of you. Reynolds. Show it! Forward! Right! I'll stop that swing pass and let it go. The pressure's got to them. Carroll's not able to get the throw to the line, so Carroll start offense with about 35 for goal. We get Rob. Swing back and forth for now. Again, possession's just going to be crucial at the moment. Throw's gone low. Guys, come on, let's go! Taylor Bresh. She's playing it up. So right! To restart again. Right! Fletcher. Maintain possession. No rush at all, as long as they've got possession there. pressure. Blood pushes it up. Very, very casual there. Blows back over the head of Chatterton. Cal just pointing. Obliges, has to turn and go the other way and slides into it. Difficult for her to catch that one. He was always going to have a hard time reeling that in. He had to hit pretty hard, but he's giving everyone a thumbs up saying, I'm okay, boys. Looks like he will take it through his sub.
FJ.
Sub off just to do his body a bit. Then FJ Tsang. Come on forward. So this will be ready player 7 disc. They'll have about 50 to go to goal. So give his time reaching. His teammates to start a bit closer to him. Then I want to go take him in the wild shots here. Carroll is sitting up to the left of the screen, just standing deep, being quite menacing. Just getting deep enough to just tempt him to take that shot. So Fletcher goes. Carroll gets position and beats Fletcher to it. Well played there by Keegan Carroll. He's now picked up the disc on the sideline. He's got all kinds of challenge from Morse. One heading away. One plays this in too quickly. Puts the speculative throw out to FJ Tsang, who's has plenty of close attention as he reels it in. Well, back to the net. Almost back in the old goal line now. Again, throws it out to FJ Tsang. He wasn't quite ready for that one. Player 7. Not far from the doorstep now. Rails taking a big long walk. Sends it wide into the hands of Fletcher. That time Carroll wasn't in position. And RP7 take a 9-5 lead. Sort of spot that up because curve that well to drop in short and sharp. Sometimes with those big outside in throws, I hang in the air too long for defense, but he's angled it enough so that we can push him down. Effectively make him in fairly well. Adobo there. Doesn't like the urging their teammates to get to the line. I think they've started to realise that time against them at the moment. They need to get some points on board to stay in touch. Those really players set up all their lines. They're still keeping within limits, I would say. Teams having 60 seconds for offense and 75 seconds for defense. Official timekeepers like we would in national championships that we've signalled those time limits. It's really up to the different tests generally played. Sorry, it's got in the background. Doesn't apply to this game though because we've got this one up the way late. Second, this one plays through. Valk, Tsang. Nice quick yards. Sends a big backhand shot out to Carroll. He's had to try and pick that one up his toes. I thought he was going to sit there a bit longer than he did. That was the right shot to take for Valk. Just get some distance. They need to get points on the board quickly. Can't afford to dance around too much. Spend too much time. Just going to fire that one out to the advantage of Jocelyn there, but pushed out wide. Can't secure that catch. So Adobo have 20 minutes to get to goal. Back off. Blocked. That low side, Carroll. Plenty of options coming towards him. He's got Maehr on the high side, but he goes low. Picks it up. He got that. Millimetres from the ground.
He got the left here.
And Adobo keep their game alive 9-6, but time will be working against them. They will need to get this upward goal.
Go! Get on the field! I would try to play game. It's a lady point. It's a lady point.
9-6 to ready player 7.
Oh!
Adobo hustling to the line. The zone's been effective for them, but player 7 is going to work out. If they're calling the shots here, I'd recognise that the Adobo defensive line probably has pace advantage across the board against ready player 7. Again, this is going to be a fairly crucial point. Most sliding game, I think.
Yeah, it's so close.
So I'll be able to get it.
Again, the ball.
Chen, Hardy! Pusi mo na energy mo dyan, Chen!
Leaving them with half the field to defend.
Chen, ubad! Ubad! Ubad!
Over the top Russian side, stick busy. Let's
Go, Eugene!
Lots of gift goes with the get. Travel was called, and probably rightfully so. He did get some
Go!
extra
Hey,
yards.
check it! Hey, come on! Stay on!
So because he let go of it, it isn't the sort of play through trouble. It has to go back to the reset. Numbers advantage. So he runs a couple of little gift goes, Victoria and Carroll. Less than halfway to go to goal now. Valk. Not able to quite get it to Pang. Victoria, Valk uses the defender. Still playing plenty of small ball, these two. They're doing pretty well, grinding the yards upwind. Valk wants to get it to the end zone, but heads across to Carroll. Carroll to Gutierrez gets Player 7 have their defense locked on now, not letting them get any easy passes anymore. High stall count goes Leong. Gets a hand in there, but can't knock it out of the grasp. Valk looking for the backhand. Goes to Vera. Through the fingertips. And to the grass. Player 7, they probably just want to get it out there and go for distance. All the players just want to play. He's got the high stall count, and that was just a disconnect between the throwers and cutters. The cutters were just expecting Brian Porritt to get it out there, but he wanted to go for the safe one. And Reynolds has got ahead of Vankoff. Knocked it out, but everyone has stopped. Maybe a strict call. So, second, it was a nice little leading pass. He's got the clean hand on it. He's done well. He steered away from Vankoff just to completely avoid the contact. Maybe just Vankoff might have been worried that she had to pull up. So obviously, dangerous play doesn't require the foul to actually happen. Looking to see there. It seemed to be away, but there was a... So after the chat, they've worked it out. Falk was doing the call, and Fisk was staying for it. This time, he picked it up. This time, he was looking to get it ASAP. Got the lefty backhand went up and just goes for territory. Alone. Probably a small chance he's going to reel that in. Happy to just take the position, the field position. So, Adobo with another shot. So the clock tick over less than 10 minutes. She's stood up ready for a backhand, puts it up over the top. Carroll gets it in amongst the sea. Defenders puts a forehand shot up. Quintero's on his own. Walks it in. And Adobo get that crucial upward goal they've been hoping for to keep this game alive. So they grab by Carroll there. He's done well to reel that in. And ready player 7 defense is all close in. But he didn't Adobo players this yet. So they just had to gamble with that one. So, we said that one was going to be a very crucial point. Adobo need to keep the margin within 2 as we approach time cap fair. And to be a chance, but keeping the game alive is one thing, getting yourself into a winning position is another. So, they would need to consolidate the upward break by getting the gambling one, but that's going to require getting this come off ready player 7. Taking the time with their defensive lineup, they will likely play their zone again. But still play 7, but very throw-heavy Taylor. So I expect them to not really rush this one. They'll probably try and set up play mid-range, 25 to 35 metre shot at the end zone for probably more than 3.
Oh, he was.
Restart. Has got Kareem and he'll probably too early to shoot. The others thought. I saw the big go to Justin. Now's probably the range of shooting. Puts the ball on the flag. Markov's already down the hand. Clean intercept and gets it going. The Lark. Absolutely doing it over here. Junker finally closes in and just too casual with the backhand, and that is an absolute gift to ready player 7. Junker picks it up, everyone heading away from him, takes the shot looking for Kareem, and Kareem gets collected by Quintero as he comes in. He's called the foul. Pretty heavy collision there. Yeah, just both players sort of going blind there. It was a difficult one to go on the wind. Yeah, heavy landing there by Victoria. So yeah, Junker was looking for he's had to come back. Victoria's coming across. Solid landing later. You want it again? This will be an injury timeout, so what will happen is Players are allowed to sort of move away from what they want. So yeah, players will be allowed to move around, but if play will resume, we'll be back where they were. In the meantime, we're going to see if we can take a commercial break for a couple of minutes, and we'll come back when we're ready to play again.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with Ulti TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
For me, coming to Latrobe City is
about coming together.
It's all about
contrast.
It's nature, national parks.
It's the region's history.
A place where stories
and landscapes
collide.
It's completely unique.
Change is happening all around you.
You can really see that.
It's a place where
you'll come away thinking,
I tried something new.
Wow, that was something.
I would never have expected that.
I discovered something different. Latrobe City. It's where
it all comes together.
What is spirit of the game?
It's knowing the rules and when they apply.
It's avoiding body contact wherever possible.
It's keeping a positive attitude and enjoying the sport.
It's being fair-minded even when the game is on the line.
It's communicating respectfully with your opponent.
Okay, welcome back. So unfortunately, Locatera, he's copped a dislocated elbow. So we have called the ambulance. The trainers have advised us that we can't move him. So this game will conclude as is. So unfortunately, it's a bit of a anti-climax as we're getting close. We are going to move this game to another field to play it out. So keep an eye on Ulti's score to see how this one plays out. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this stream up and we'll be back soon with the next game. Thanks for joining us.
Ulti.tv